hey, Facebook world, Twitter world, universe world, or I mean, YouTube world, whatever world you're
She's
watching
in
from.
Florida, so Universal came out.
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that instead of the fact that I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay. Anyway, it's me again, Tanya Hiltz from Cloud Business Services and Tanya's Bookkeepers Bootcamp, and we are still in Florida at Scaling New Heights. We are day 3 of the convention, day 2 of the vendors, and we are here with somebody new vendor to some of you, maybe a lot of you, but you guys need to hear about them. So this is Kinga from Stamped. You may recognize her from other places in her past. She just loves our industry so much. She just can't leave it. Can't leave us.
Why?
Exactly.
I wouldn't be able to be here with you.
Exactly, right? Right? So, Kinga, why don't you tell everybody watching what Stamped is?
Hi, I am super excited to, first of all, be invited to be on live with you and also get a cute little puppy. But also, so I did make the move to Stamped, and I know a lot of you either had me as an account manager at one of my 2 previous companies.
Right, but we're not here to talk about that.
No, we're not.
But we're here to talk about Stamped.
I'm just saying, that's where you probably know me, but hey, Stamped, here we are. So Stamped is honestly, ultimately, a CPA that's powered by AI. We help bookkeepers as well as accountants do their corporate year-end for their clients. So whether you're a bookkeeper that is in need for an accountant for a specific client to do the year-ends, we can take care of that for you. Or if you're an accountant that's extremely overwhelmed and has a ton of work going on, we can actually take care of a lot of the year-end stuff on your behalf and white label it for you. And then we can also sign up on all that stuff. So it's ultimately powered by AI, where we actually review and clean the data from your accounting software. But then we do have CPAs on the back end that take care of the year ends for you as well. So it's a startup. It's really exciting. It's new. I've been there for 2 months, and there's just a lot going on, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, and so you guys started in Canada.
Yes.
That's where your office is. But what's really exciting is here is the launch to the US market, correct?
Yes, so we got our designation in New York so far, and
Awesome.
we're looking to slowly make our way down and bleed through the rest of the states and do what we can to help out CPAs and bookkeepers and small businesses in both US and Canada.
Awesome. So just to clarify, and I will be using them, I'm just waiting for the first client, which, oh my gosh, I got an email from a client who has a June 30th year end who actually wants to switch over, because the other one that I thought was going to is staying with the other one because of just the complexity and whatnot, so she's staying with that one. So I'm going to get to try it soon, and I'm really excited, and I'm going to tell you guys when I'm going through it what the whole experience was like, but I'm really excited. I love Simon, who is the founder. Simon's great as well, and just to kind of go into a little bit more detail, because I was confused. I first spoke to Simon a few years ago, and I didn't get it. And I don't know if I wasn't in the right mind frame at that point, or if just wasn't a lot of stuff happening, but basically it's, bookkeepers, I know a lot of us bookkeepers are really, and this is regurgitating what we talked about in the fireside chat, but a lot of bookkeepers I know, such as myself, are losing bookkeeping business to the accountant we referred the business to. Since the pandemic, a lot of accountants have started doing that. That's their choice to do that, but unfortunately it hurts us as the bookkeeper. So a lot of bookkeepers are really hesitant to use other accountants. So here is an option that we can do that. They will do the T2s or whatever it's called in the States. I'm sorry, do you know what it's called?
No, I don't know.
Corporate returns.
Corporate tax returns.
Corporate tax returns. Get that done. They have an automated process to make everything easy. Everything is exactly the same. And I know a frustration that we have when we send things to the accountant. This accountant wants it this way, and this accountant wants it this way. And it's really confusing, and it's time consuming for us to write different processes. It's all the exact same way. Upload it, as Kinga said, there's white labeling, involved. There is, I do believe there are some disclaimers or something, the engagement that still has to be signed with your name on it as the CPA. So
of course.
So that is taken care of.
Yeah, and there's full transparency throughout the entire process because it is an online program. So you can actually see the process, who's working on, your document or your engagement at the time, the progress, when it'll be done, what's in line for each client. Like, there's just full transparency within the dashboard, so you at all times know exactly when and how and who is working with you and your client. So
exactly, and this is all they do. So they are not swamped. Whereas some other accountants might do. Oh, it's a 3-month turnaround. It's a 2-month turnaround. Unless you're during the busy time, because of course there's no guarantee with the time frames. It all depends on the work. The turnaround could be as little as a couple of weeks. Again, depending on the time. Do not quote me on any of that.
It definitely can be. Even right now, we're in the thick of it, right? It's end of June, and we're turning them around in a few weeks, depending on, of course, how many clients you have. But we are also soon adding audits and reviews to our
repertoire.
That's the word, right?
I think so.
That's the word.
It's the word that popped in my head, so we'll go with it.
We're adding that shortly as well. It's just, of course, capacity issues at this point, but we're growing, we're expanding, and we're super excited.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And they do not outsource. Their CPAs are now in Canada. Absolutely, it is not an outsourcing. They're not outsourcing, so you don't have to worry. They know Canadian laws. They are licensed in Canada. Yep. New York, again, licensed in New York, knows the New York laws, and so they're doing things really, really smart. Simon has a real good head on his shoulders. Absolutely. Now, for the accountants who are watching this, you might be thinking, well, the bookkeepers aren't going to send to me. Well, you know what? First off, that's not true, and Stamped can help you as well.
Yes.
Because if you've got a good, solid, respectful, collaborative relationship, there's accountants I deal with. There's 2 accountants that we actually do refer to. We're going to keep. There's multiple options. There are clients that I'm going to feel comfortable sending to Stamped, working with Stamped. With the Stamped accountants, and there might be certain scenarios that I'm uncomfortable with,
right,
and that I might want to go that way. So it's not going to interfere with that relationship. And if you're an accountant, it is expensive to hire another accountant and to train them and see if they're going to work. And if your backlog, exactly as Kenya said, use them until you get to the point where, yes, you have to either hire another accountant and you've got enough work for that full time, or maybe you'll just decide just to keep doing this. Absolutely. And work with it that way. There's so many options, so it's good for everybody on all fronts.
Yeah, and we do offer discounted rates for bulk clients, so that can also help with you adding more clients and growing your business, because if you do hit that point where you're like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, it's tax time, it's busy, then we're just there to help, not take your business. That's kind of the goal, and that goes both ways. We're here to help, and that's what tech is meant to do. It's not meant to hurt you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you're looking for Kinga, she is here today. She will be at the 80s party tonight.
I will be in full 80s gear.
So do you want to tell them what your 80s gear is to look like, or so they can find you, or do you just want them to start screaming Kinga or Stamps or something? How do you want them to find you?
What a dream would it be? Like, what a dream, just to have someone walking into a party. So that's the one. I go with that.
Okay, go with that. If not, you know what? Look for me if you're here. I think that you guys probably know me if you're watching this. You're on one of my channels, so you probably know me. I can find Kinga because Kinga and I go way back, so I can find her. Now, before we close up, was there anything else that that we haven't talked about that you want them to know, the people to know?
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered most of it, but I just want to say that, we, again, are a Canadian CPA, and we are here to help at all times. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. You can write to me on Facebook. I'm here. I have it, Yep. Find me on LinkedIn or k.jasic@stamp.ai, and I'll be able to answer any of your questions, or find me on the dance floor. We could have a chat.
Absolutely. And again, I can connect you. So if you really can't remember any of that stuff, you reach out to me. I'll connect you with Kinga for sure. Absolutely. It's stamped.ai is the website as well. So I just want to thank you as well. We're just going to bring this puppy. So
yes, please.
As you guys have seen on every other Facebook Live we've done over the last 2 days, Stamped AI is a sponsor for the Beagle Freedom Project, which means that $50 on behalf of Stamped for this puppy is going to Beagle Freedom Project. Yeah. We are now at $1,100 from the sponsors here, US, that is going to Beagle Freedom Project. Absolutely wonderful organization. And so this little puppy will be available for somebody to adopt. Just look for us. It's not going to last. We've got 2 left. to adopt out, and there is no cost to you. Stamped is again sponsoring it, and this puppy you don't have to feed it, you don't have to walk it, you just have to love it. And of course, we just do ask that you thank Stamped. Here's all the information on Stamped, and I'm sure Kinga and Simon would love to see, the travels home of the puppy, what you're naming the puppy, the puppy meeting the siblings. So make sure, have some fun with it, and make sure that you post and thank Stamped for everything.
Make its own Instagram page,
Exactly. These are so much fun, and that's exactly what people have been doing down here, and it's
so
absolutely amazing. And of course, if you followed any of our posts coming down, we had the puppies getting ready to come down. We had the puppies at Disney Springs, the puppies with Mickey and the Pride gear and whatnot. So yeah, absolutely amazing. So look for us quick, because there's only 2 left. And I guess that's it. So look for Kinga, go online, like anything, just check in with me after, probably in July if you want, because that's probably when we'll have the file over, and ask me how it went, because anybody who knows me knows that I'm not gonna lie.
Nope.
And if there are problems, they're gonna hear it first.
Yes.
I know where to get them. They're gonna hear it first. But anyway, have fun, and look for them if you guys are at home. Then still look for them online. You guys are part, you don't know this either, you're part of our scavenger hunt as well, I believe. And so there's a few things, look on the website online, and you can go to their website. There's a few little things that, that you can answer. I've got the links to where to find the information, and yeah, I guess that's it. All right, well, have fun, Facebook world. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.